In order to succeed in life, you need to stop doing these. The Stoics have some advice on habits we should quit, and it's not just for ourselves, but also for others. If we don't stop these habits, they can harm our well-being, productivity, and personal growth, screwing up our lives. Start by not skipping any part of this video. If this is easy for you, it will be easy for you to follow the must-eliminate habits from the Stoics. Let's begin. Don't set your mind on things you don't possess as if they were yours, but count the blessings you actually possess and think how much you would desire them if they weren't already yours. But watch yourself, that you don't value these things to the point of being troubled if you should lose them. Marcus Aurelius. People often want things that belong to others. We compare ourselves to others and try to have what they have. But here's the thing. Sometimes, the people we envy are also trying to keep up with us, and it makes everyone unhappy and unsatisfied. It's like a never-ending race that nobody wins. So instead of constantly wanting what others have, we should stop and appreciate the good things we already have in our lives. Imagine how much we'd wish for those things if we didn't have them. It's important to embrace what we have and not let the desire for more trouble us too much if we ever lose those things. In simple terms, it's about being content with what we've got and not chasing after what others have. Why then are we offended? Why do we complain? This is what we're here for. Seneca. Life can be challenging and unfair at times, but that's part of the human experience. Do not give up. We should remember that we are the descendants of generations before us who endured immense difficulties and hardships, passing down their resilience in our genes. We are the heirs of a remarkable legacy, and as their descendants, we have the possibility of possessing the same capacity for strength and endurance. In essence, we are designed to face life's challenges, so when times get tough, it's essential to keep in mind that we are built for this and we can overcome whatever comes our way. What is your vocation? To be a good person. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that our primary purpose in life is to be good people. This may sound simple, but it's a fundamental duty that we often overlook or make excuses to avoid. It's one of our main jobs on Earth, and we need to take it seriously. To put it in modern terms, as Coach Bill Belichick says, do your job. In other words, we should focus on being good people, fulfill our responsibilities, and not make excuses for neglecting these essential tasks. Just as what is considered rational or irrational differs for each person, in the same way what is good or evil and useful or useless differs for each person. This is why we need education, so that we might learn how to adjust our preconceived notions of the rational and irrational in harmony with nature. In sorting this out, we don't simply rely on our estimate of the value of external things, but also apply the rule of what is in keeping with one's character. Epictetus. Epictetus tells us that what's considered rational or irrational, good or evil, and useful or useless can vary from person to person. It's like we all have our own set of rules and beliefs. That's why education is important. It helps us adjust our ideas about what's rational and in line with nature. We don't just rely on what society says is valuable, but we also consider what matches our own character. When we question these beliefs and put them to the test through education, we become our own guides. We develop convictions that are truly our own and not influenced by others. Our character becomes a strong defense in a world that often tries to sway or change us. If we know what we believe and why, we can avoid harmful relationships, bad jobs, and other troubles that people face when they haven't reflected deeply about their beliefs. That's the essence of education, and that's why we do this work of self-examination and learning. Well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing. Zeno. The message of this quote is clear and universally true. It reminds us that the little things we do in life matter. Don't just talk about being good or successful, because that's not sufficient. It's the little things we do consistently that truly show our character and influence our well-being. Success or personal growth doesn't magically happen. It's the result of numerous small choices: waking up on time, tidying up, resisting shortcuts, investing in self-improvement, and putting in the effort. Each individual action might seem small, but their cumulative impact is significant. So when we face the small choices that come our way each day, we should remember that choosing the right path, even if it seems harder, will lead to meaningful transformation over time. In our journey to become better and feel happier, it's important to understand and stop doing things that are not good for us. These things could be simple, like always waiting until the last minute, saying mean things to ourselves, or focusing too much on problems. They could also include spending too much time on phones or computers, or simply doing the toxic habits said by the Stoics. When we recognize and quit these habits, it's like removing obstacles on a path to a more satisfying and balanced life. By making these positive changes, we can feel less stressed, take better care of our bodies and minds, and become the best version of ourselves. It's a way to unlock our full potential and lead a happier life. That's a wrap on the 5 habits we need to eliminate and some ways to apply instead in order to become a better version of ourselves. We believe you got something out of today's powerful quote video. Thank you, and catch you again real soon.